Tuesday morning, everybody. It is 8:30, and thank you for waking up with BT. We have got the Pastels Miami Vice going on with one Devo and Tim Bolin this morning. You guys look spring.
Bring it on spring. Let's do it, huh?
And there's a lot of people that are probably about to head on over to an airport. They might be watching from the airport, so do we have some jet skis for you?
Because probably by now, if they're heading to the airport, they have booked their seats because you need to do that now.
Yeah.
When booking a seat, one traveler booked a window seats. You guys window or aisle?
Aisle.
Aisle?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you sleep.
I try to sleep or I just want to chill, and you have to pee.
I need to get up and pee. I need to know I can, like, run down. I don't know why. I just like it. You?
Yeah, I would say I would be aisle too.
Yes.
Yeah, because I like to have the movement of leaving whenever I want and not having to worry about like
bothering somebody.
Yes.
because you get locked in there.
When nature calls.
Yeah. So here's the thing. This person wanted a window seat, so they booked a window seat. But when they arrived to their seat, they were very disappointed. Let's bring up the photo because the window was actually a windowless wall.
But they paid for the window or asked for the window.
Well, the post garnered lots of traction from people who shared that they had similar experiences. I guess luckily it was a 5-hour flight, so it wasn't the end of the world, but still a 5-hour flight. And if you book the window seat,
I've had
this
it.
happen?
It's happened.
Oh, yeah?
Flight to LA. I was like, oh yeah, I love flying. And when flying to LA, the last 45 minutes to an hour, you're going over mountains. It's beautiful.
You like it?
It is stunning. And if groggy or not, if I'm like, I shade up, watching every time, watching out the window. But I've had it where it's kind of almost in between, and that's what you get, just this like plastic thingy and just the wall right there. And I'm like, what is the point of this?
Well, it depends. If you're claustrophobic but you want to rest your head, then you're okay.
Yeah,
But if
which I
it's
still do on the window.
Okay.
Yeah, which is weird. at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lean on a window and you're like, I don't know. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right? But if it's that you really want to see the views because it makes you feel... I'm the opposite. If I do get a window seat, I put that shutter down as soon as I'm allowed. As soon as they're like, okay, do what you want. I don't want to see what's going on out there. I want to be ignorant to it. I just want to be focused on my movie and my snacks. You fall asleep right away. I wish I could fly like you do.
I only fall asleep during taxiing and takeoff. Because taxiing is like a cradle, is like rock-a-bye baby, and it was one of those. So you're just like, oh, this is nice, and then once we were up there, I'm like, ooh, I slept for so long, and it would have been 12, 14 minutes.
What's the etiquette though when, let's say, if it's a morning flight or a red-eye flight, and you're traveling somewhere where it's dark, but then as soon as you open that, then it beams that sunshine into the rest of the passengers.
I'm very aware of that. Not a lot. I don't know if everybody is, but if I start opening it and it's like, I go, I can't do that. Even though I want to watch out the window, I kind of look to see if there's reaction.
Yeah.
If other people are curious too, then I'll maybe do it, but I just.
What's the same with the overhead light?
Yeah.
What do you do with the overhead light?
But do you know what's wild? Most people do not sleep for the takeoff and the landing because it's like you have to be like, okay, I hope this goes well because they say that is the most, it's the most safe way to transport ourselves. But that is like the trickiest part.
A lot of the time you might have your seat back and you got to bring your seat up because they're waking you up for that type of stuff. So do you see people sleeping through a landing?
Devo does.
Not during the landing. No. Not during the landing. On the takeoff.
Okay, on the takeoff.
The landing, no.
I can't sleep at all. It could be a 16-hour flight. A bing! I got to be ready at all times, fully alert. Zero sleeping. It doesn't matter how tired I am. I end up looking like, it's just, I can't sleep at all.
How are you? I was going to say the bing. I want to hear the bing again. I wanted to hear the bing again.
Do you sleep on a plane?
I would not a good sleep.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, those like the European,
in and out.
In and out, not a good sleep. Yeah. But we always so we're going to France in May.
Nice.
Red eye. The red eye is the key because you're leaving here, you're taking the red eye, you're getting there in the morning, and then it's a day. You know what I mean? So but then you have to sleep.
You have to sleep.
So then the pressure of you sleeping, it's kind of like hosting a morning show. Let's say, and you have to get up at the crack of silly, and you need your sleep, and you're just like, I gotta sleep now. I gotta sleep.
Unless you're Devo. I mean, you're just freak of nature. Okay, plane pet peeves. Let's address those. Let's do a little PSA, friends. Okay, another airline passenger shared this disturbing story. They said, so you're on a plane, sitting at a window seat. Here's the window seat again. Suddenly, your left elbow is poked by something hard and warm. You turn to see this. Okay, it's somebody's foot out of their shoe, resting on your armrest, and now the person's trying to figure out what to do in this scenario. So I'm going to go to you first, Devo Brown. You're the most experienced flyer here.
Yeah.
Has that happened to you?
I haven't had a foot like come hit my arm. I think I might not be the nicest person if that happened. I think it would just be a quick, bro, what's happening here? Like I would just say it out loud, like that would be the reaction.
yeah.
And I think that might be enough, because I'm not the quietest of humans, that it might be enough that that person, like, oh, they realize, oh, I shouldn't probably do that.
Okay.
Or if they don't, I would say something.
You would?
100%.
Like you'd get up, sorry, excuse me.
I'd turn back I wouldn't be rude at first. I'd just be like, hey, I know you want to get comfortable, but your feet on my arm and breast, it's just not working.
Where are you at with footwear? Taking off said shoe.
If you keep your feet underneath the chair,
Sure.
the seat in front of you,
Your seat.
cool. Do it. That's fine.
Socks
Especially
fine.
for a
Socks fine.
Socks on.
On, have to be on.
You wear socks all the time.
Yeah, if your little piggies are out, that could be a problem.
How about you? What would you have done if that foot was all up in your armrest?
I do not like confrontation.
Same, passive aggressive.
Yeah.
It'd be like, this
don't
foot,
know
do
if
I
I could
tickle it?
do-
No.
like, in certain
do I tell the flight attendant
situations-
no?
As I get older and a bit more crotchety, like I would probably say something.
Yeah.
And like my wife too, like she's even worse than me. Like she would never say anything.
Right.
So I don't think I would say something, but if it really got up in my business, then I'd have to be saying something.
No, you can't have the toes
No,
tickling.
oh, no,
And,
no,
but you can't do
no.
that to people. Like, we
No.
need to be more self-aware, nicer. Do unto others as you want done unto you. Do you want
Yeah.
someone else's foot, like fungus, all up in your armchair? No, don't do it to someone else.
Where are you at when you're coming in and you're settling in? You got your window seat, you got your aisle seat, let's say you're traveling by yourself, you have somebody in the middle. Are you saying, hey, what's going on? How are you, man? Are you just in your own business, doing your own thing? You got your headphones in, sitting down, so you don't get the initial like hello of like, hey, we're gonna have a chatty flight together.
What's Devo Brown
Where are you
doing?
with that with this?
What's he
I
doing?
can't give away all my secrets because I travel a lot, and then people are gonna be like sitting beside me and be like,
Just
"Oh,
us.
we know what you're doing. We know your game,
Just
sir."
us between friends.
Okay, just us, just between us. Headphones in as I get on the plane. Is there anything playing in the headphones? Maybe.
Nope.
Maybe not. It's possible. But I'll sit there, window seat. Usually, because of traveling a lot, you get zones or whatever. So I'm usually on before the people beside me will be on. I will look, acknowledge, and take their lead. So if they say hi, hello, I always say hi. No matter what, I'll say,
Yes,
hey, how you
of
doing?
course.
That's it. Always be
your
polite.
neighbor.
But if they're talkative or whatever, I'm gonna feel it out because I don't want this to be a 5-hour flight of talking. I need my space and some time to relax. So I feel them out a little bit. How about you guys?
Yeah. I would be the same way as you. Like, I'm a very social person. I love to chat with people in certain situations.
Yes.
Because when you get into that situation and then you can't get out of that situation,
Yes.
you're locked in there.
Yes.
You're spending the entire flight in the bathroom.
I recently downloaded a bunch of like Love is Blind episodes, and I couldn't wait to get into them because I'm like, the season's kind of dry, but it was ending off on like a cliffhanger, and I went to. So I sit down, lovely person beside me. So we're chatting. I go, oh no, like I want to watch it. So I was like, you know what? I go, do you watch Love is Blind? She's like, yeah, I downloaded it too. I go, don't look at my screen then. I can't wait to watch. But I had to go through the whole.
way.
And
You're so kind. Oh, my
I
goodness.
have the old school headphones, so wired. Like, do not mistake, they are on and ready. And then it's like, I go, oh, okay, I don't want to ruin
a
it
good
for
way to
you.
do it, though.
But it's true.
Yeah.
And so then it worked out fine. And I said, if you have to go pee, please let me know. I have no problems getting up. I like to stretch my legs, so it was fine, right?
Okay.
So did we help anybody today?
Maybe. I think the worst thing on a plane is when people start arguing or bickering or start
Do you
getting
hear
kind of a
that
little
a
testy
lot?
with each other.
Yeah.
You see it, right? So I think just patience, being nice, and just quietly saying what you need to say instead of causing a scene.
That's the goal of this segment. Be patient, be kind,
nice.
be nice, and please come back after this break.